All right, welcome back. In today's lesson, we are finally going to see the item that we're picking up. It's finally going to be shown in our inventory. All right, so remember we create the pickup item where we can press F or E and then we pick up the item from the ground and delete it. But at the moment, nothing is in our inventory. All right, so let's get started. Uh, in the character, right? Remember a couple of videos ago, we create this function called pickup item, right? So what we need to do, we need to find out the item that we are interacting with, right? See if it matches a slot or an item in our inventory. And we need to also see if the current stack is less than the maximum stack that we are allowed the item to have. So let's get the inventory, right? And we do a for each loop we break. Okay, so we plug this in, right? So we need to get the return value, break it, and we need to see if the class matches, right? So equal, we need to see if the class match the item that we are picking up. So we do the same thing here, we break it here, and also we need to check if the current stack is less than the max stack of the item we already have in our inventory, right? The current stack of the item that we interacting with, if it's less than maximum size we already have in our system. So let's say we have 40 health item in our inventory. So if we pick another one, it's gonna be 41. All right. So we need to do a end boolean, right? Okay. So an end boolean. Come on, go here. Left click for a branch. Put it right here. And we need to promote the return value to a local variable, and we also need to plug up the index to a local variable, right? So we say promote to local variable, we call it local index, plug it up, and we call this a local item found because that's the return value of the item that we just pick up. And we also need a boolean to see if the logic we just create here return true or false. Okay, so we say local item found, and right here we're gonna set it to true because we did find an item that matches the one that we have in our inventory, and the current stack is less than the max stack that we allow. So on true, no return value, we just break out of the loop because we don't want to keep looping after we found an item that matches. Okay, so break out of that loop and come on, boom. So on complete, what we need to do, because we're checking to see if the item is stackable, basically if it can stack, so we need to set the array element in the inventory, right? So we say if, which is a branch, if we did find an item, right? If we did find an item that matches the one that we are, if we did find an item in our inventory that matches the one that we are interacting with, we're gonna add it to the stack, to the existing stack. But if we did not find an item that matches the one in our inventory, or we did find one but it's not stackable, we need to create a brand new slot so that way let's say the weapon, let's say you have a weapon in your inventory is not stackable, and then you pick up a new one, so you need to go to the different slot. So this slot, you need to go to the other slot, so on and so forth, right? So what we need to do is we need to grab the inventory, the player inventory, right? And we need to, on false, we need to add it. We need to add, is that one? Yeah, that's one right here. Not add unique, because add unique will only let you pick up one instance of the item. So we need to plug in the item that we're trying to add. Okay, let me rewrite. Let me do a little rewrite here. Okay, boom. So now what we need to do, we need to set the array element of the item that we are trying to fix, right? So we say set array element. Okay, and then the index, go here, and then let me see, let me think. Index, so this is if we found the item, so it would be oh, we need to break this one, break this, because we need to set the element on the item, right? So we need to make it here and break it over there. So unplug everything, plug the class, item type, name. All right, current stack, current stack, max stack. The item index should be the return value of the item that we are adding, right? So we need to plug the item index here. Okay, index, plug this up. Oh, one more thing, that we need to go back to the item info and we need to add the item weight, because remember we trying to, if you see here, we have a progress bar, so we need to add a new variable in our item info, call it item, come on, item weight, and make it a float. Now what we need to do now, back to the character, right? I'm checking my notes to see what I did here. Okay, and we also need two more variables in our player. So say current inventory weight needs to be a float, and let's replicate it, why not? And we also need, I think, a max one as well, but let's just create it. Oh. Max inventory weight. All right, also replicated. So what we need to do, if every time we pick up an item, if it's a brand new item, this one is checking to see if the item that we have is not the current the max slot is equal to 1, so it's not stackable, pretty much. Let me remove these. All right, so if it's not stackable, we just need to update the. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're gonna get the current inventory weight. All right, we need to add, so say we can't plus the weight of the item that we're trying to pick up, so it would be the item info, we break it, and also make the item info. Okay, yeah, so we need to break it and we need to get the current weight. All right, plug it up right here, and we can just hide unconnected pin, and then we need to set the current inventory weight to the return value of this. Right, so we grab the current inventory weight and then we set it up right here. All right, So that's it for this part. That's it for the false part. Now for the true, we need to do something similar to what we just did. Come on, what you just did here. So we can just grab this and grab this here on the truth. We go here because now this one will be if the item that we are interacting with, if the current stack is less than the max stack, that means we can add more item to it, right? So what we need to do is right here, we need to get the player inventory, right? Okay, plug it here. The index will be the local index, and the item we need to make it here. And oh, why did I do that? I already have one over here. Okay, and we need to grab the local item found. Make sure it's the local item found because that's the one that we just pick up, right? So we need to plug everything up. Plug this one up, plug that one up, this one up, plug this one up. The current stack, because now we're just stacking items to each other, so now we need to add one to the current stack because we want it to be incremented. So current stack, plug everything back up. Everything. And if you highlight everything, hit Q, it will straighten the line. So pretty much we want to do the same thing here. Grab this and copy it. So that way it can update the inventory weight, right? But now if we go and trying to pick up the item, you're probably gonna be like, oh, I'm not seeing anything. That is because if we go to our widget, the inventory icon, if we go to the graph, we didn't do anything here. Okay, so let's set the style for the button. So in the event construct, we need to grab, let me see, did I even make this? Let's wrap this with a canvas panel because I want to add more stuff to it. So grab the button, make it full 0, right? And then let's rename it to inventory icon btn. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm gonna add a text for the current stack. All right, and let's remove the padding. The text, no, we need to add the text to the canvas panel. Yep, and make it size to content, make the size to 12, and then let's say for now 10. Right, and you can anchor wherever you want, but me, I'm gonna put mine on the bottom right, 0, 0, and then 1, and then 1.2, and we can even do this one 1.2 as well, 1.2. Yeah, so like that, and then we need to add an image to the button or to this, and anchor it to this. Do we need an image for this one? No, we do not. The button is going to be the image. Do I want to do it that way? No. Let's add the image to the button. No, put it to the canvas panel. Set it to fill, right? And then the offset left, make it 10, top 10, 10, 10. No, 10. All right. Okay, let's keep it that way, and then we're going to see, because I'm pretty sure we're gonna have an issue with this right here. So let's, okay. So then in the event construct, we're gonna get the image and then set brush from texture, right? And then we get the item info, we break it, and we get the icon. And then we go here, we got the text turned into a variable. Text current stack text, make it a variable, and then we grab it, we say set text. All right, and this needs to be the current stack. Okay, so now let's go see, because if we open it, we're gonna see a bunch of, yeah, we're gonna see all that. So we're gonna change it. Aha, voila. Yeah, so we need to keep, see, that's what I was afraid of. When I hover over the image, the button style doesn't, see, it's flickering. So if you pick up another one, it said 2, 3, and 4, 5. See, now the current stack is working and everything. So we're gonna try with the item who is not stackable, but first let me fix this. Yeah, but first let me fix the icon image. What I went and did is I removed everything from the designer and also from the graph. So we're gonna start from scratch, okay? So the first thing I will do, I'm going to add a canvas panel, right, to the button, and we make it fill, remove the padding, right? And then let's add an image, right? Make the image to fill also, but the only thing is we're gonna give it a padding 10 all around, okay? 10, 10, 10, like that, right? And you can rename it to icon image, right? And we can add a text to the canvas panel. Yeah, a text. Make it size to content. The size is 12. Anchor it to the bottom. Remove this. And then 1.2, 1.2. Right? And then for now, let's say 10. So, or wherever you want to place it, right? So if we go back to the design, matter of fact, let's make this is current stack text, right? Make it a variable for now, because we never know, we might need it somewhere. Okay, so if we take the image, we say set brush from texture, right? And then we get the item info, we break it again, we get the icon, plug it here, and if we take the current stack text, we say set text, and then we simply get the current stack, right? Plug it up here. Now if we go back and pick up an item, so as you can see, everything is working fine, see? But now what you will see is if your inventory is open, right, and then you pick up an item, it's not reflecting the fact that we're just picking an item, right? Because the widget is not refreshing. So what we need to do, we need to go back to the pickup function. So we need to get the inventory reference, right? We need to get the grid panel. We say clear children, and then from the inventory reference we need to rebuild the inventory again. All right, so we can just get this, clap it to a function, say if refresh inventory. All right, okay, and if I copy this, put it right here, because even when we stack in the item, we still want to refresh the inventory. So now if I have my inventory open, right, and I walk over here and pick up an item, boom, see, 2, 3, 4. Okay, another thing, we don't want to see these white background if the inventory doesn't have anything in the order, the count. So what we can do, back to the inventory, we can select the image, go to visibility, create a binding for it. Okay, we can say get the item info, we can break it, and we can say if the class is valid, right? I mean, if it has something inside of it, set the visibility to visible. If not, we can collapse. We can do the same thing for the text, right? So if you go up to text, we go to visibility, create a binding. I guess I could have just grabbed everything, and here, Control D to duplicate, like that. So now when we open the inventory, we see nothing. Pick up something, boom. Pick up something else, everything works. So another thing we can do, the button inventory, right? We can click, if you click it, select the button here, scroll down, or if you in the graph, you can click there. On click, we can see, we can get some feedback from whichever slot we are clicking from. So if we pick this, we say print string, right? And then we print this, and whenever we pick up an item, we click it. As you can see, it says health item. Now if we wanna know how many we have, I'll fix the error in a minute. Give me 1 second. I'll check it. We can simply plug the current stack to see excuse me, the amount, right? It says 3. All right, and in the next video we're gonna add the tooltip. So when you hover over an item, you get a tooltip letting you know some details about the item. Okay, so I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.